CIET NCERT presents Audiobook of Mathematics for Class 5 entitled MATHMAGIC 5. This is the Chapter 8, Mapping Your Way.
Part 1.
Page 112. Mapping Your Way. Ashi is going to India Gate to see the Republic Day parade with the other children of her school. As the children settle down, they hear something about India Gate on the loudspeaker. To the right of the President is the India Gate. This was built in memory of the Indian soldiers who died in the First World War. There are lots of people sitting on both sides of Rajpath, the main road along which the parade passes. Children are talking about the buildings they can see around them. Below the text on the page, we see a picture of Ashi and the other children of her school who have gone to see the Republic Day parade to India Gate. One of the children is saying, "Look, Aditi, this is India Gate." Aditi is replying, "Sir told us that Rashtrapati Bhavan faces India Gate, so that last building on our right side must be Rashtrapati Bhavan." Page 113. Here is a photograph taken from a helicopter. The photograph shows Rajpath, the road which joins India Gate to Rashtrapati Bhavan. Mark where on Rajpath will Aditi be. We see a photograph of Rajpath taken from a helicopter, and alongside we also see a map of the same place. Different locations are marked on the map, like Rashtrapati Bhavan, Vijay Chowk, and some other roads leading all the way to National Stadium. This map has been titled Map 1. Match the map and the photo. 1. Have you seen a map of a city? Look at Map 1. Match it with the photo and find out where India Gate is. Draw it on the map. 2. Some roads are shown in this part of the map. Look for them in the photo. 3. Name roads that you will cross on your way from Rashtrapati Bhavan to India Gate. 4. Look for the National Stadium in Map 1. Can you see it in the photo? Page 114. The central hexagon. If we zoom in to look more closely at one part of the map, it looks like this. Below this is a picture of a zoomed-in part of the map. This is titled Map 2. Look at the shape of the yellow area. Have you seen this shape before? How many sides does it have? This place is called the central hexagon. We see again the places like National Stadium and India Gate clearly marked on the map. Also, many roads are now visible because it's a zoomed-in version of the map. In the center lies the central hexagon marked in yellow. Also, notice Children's Park in the same area, which has been starred. Find out from the map. 1. If you are walking on Rajpath, then after India Gate, on which side would Children's Park be? 2. Which of these roads make the biggest angle between them? A. Man Singh Road and Shah Jahan Road. B. Ashoka Road and Man Singh Road, the angle away from India Gate. Or C. Janpath and Rajpath. 3. Which of the above pairs of roads cut at right angles? Page 115. Waiting for the parade. While waiting for the parade, Kancha and some of his friends wonder where this parade ends. Kancha is carrying a newspaper in which the route of the parade is written. Vijay Chowk to Rajpath to India Gate to Tilak Marg to B.S. Zafar Marg to Subhash Marg and finally to Red Fort. Below is a map titled Map 3, and we know that the children look at this map to see the parade route. All the 4 directions, north, east, west, south, are marked clearly on this map, and we know that the scale of the map is 2 centimeters is equal to 1 kilometer. Many major landmarks are clearly visible, like India Gate, National Stadium, Jama Masjid, Rashtrapati Bhavan, and Red Fort. The names of the roads are also written on the map. Page 116. We see a group of children reading a newspaper and talking to each other. A boy says, "Hey, see, that is India Gate and this is Rashtrapati Bhavan. My mother told me it is 2 kilometers from Vijay Chowk to India Gate." A girl replies, "And the long road between these is Rajpath." Another boy says, "Let's guess how many kilometers long Rajpath is." The girl replies, "On this map it is about 4 centimeters. So 4 centimeters on the map is the same as 2 kilometers on the ground." The boy responds, "You are right. See, it is written at the bottom of this map. Scale. 2 centimeters is equal to 1 kilometer. Questions. Mark the route. 1. Trace the route of the parade in map 3 and mark India Gate and Rajpath. 2. Look at the map carefully and find out A. Which of these is the longest road? B.S. Zafar Marg, Subhash Marg, Tilak Marg. B. If Rubia is coming from Jama Masjid to join the parade, guess about how far she will have to walk. C. The total route of the parade is about how long? 3 kilometers, 16 kilometers, 25 kilometers, or 8 kilometers. As the parade passes by, they see some children coming on an elephant. These children have got bravery awards. They also enjoy the colorful dances and aerobics by school children. They want to follow the parade to Red Fort. Gappu has seen Red Fort before and tells them about his trip. For the teacher. Children should understand the need for a scale. We need to discuss that when we show a big area on paper, we have to reduce it by a fixed ratio everywhere so that the relative distances and positions remain the same. Page 117. Trip to Red Fort. When we reached Red Fort, there was a long queue for tickets. The main entrance is called Lahori Gate. After entering it, we turned left into a long corridor with little shops on both sides. This is called Meena Bazar. I bought some lovely bangles from there for my sister. On the top right corner of the page, there is a picture of the Red Fort. We can see the national flag being hoisted there. Below that, we see a picture of Meena Bazar and, on the right side, Lahori Gate, marked by a yellow arrow. Below that is Map 4, which is basically a zoomed-in vision on Red Fort. We can see the entire premises clearly marked by the directions. Yamuna River is also marked clearly behind Red Fort. Note that scale here is 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meters. Within Red Fort, various places like Diwan-e-Khas, Diwan-e-Aam, Nakkar Khana, Meena Bazar, Moti Mahal, Lahori Gate, etc. are clearly marked. Subhash Marg and Ring Road are the roads circling this place. Page 118. You can go straight through Nakkar Khana and reach Diwan-e-Aam. This is where the king used to meet the common people. On the left of it, we see a picture of Nakkar Khana, where drums were beaten to shout out the king's messages. Walking straight from Diwan-e-Aam, we saw Rang Mahal. It is a beautiful building. There were 3 more buildings on our left side. Look for these on the map. Next to this, we see pictures of Diwan-e-Aam and Rang Mahal. We walked left from Rang Mahal. Diwan-e-Khas was where the king used to meet his ministers and other important or khas people. On the left side of the page, we see a picture of Rang Mahal, Aram Gah and Diwan-e-Khas, marked in the sequence from the right. Below the text is a picture of inside Rang Mahal and inside Diwan-e-Khas. Questions. Find out from map 4. A. Which of these is nearer to river Yamuna, the Diwan-e-Aam or the Diwan-e-Khas? B. Between which 2 buildings is Aram Gah? C. Which buildings do you pass while going from Rang Mahal to the Hammam? D. Which building on this map is farthest from Meena Bazar? E. About how far is Lahori Gate from Diwan-e-Khas? The Chapter 8. Mapping Your Way. CIET NCERT presents Audiobook of Mathematics for Class 5 entitled MATHMAGIC 5. This is the Chapter 8. Mapping Your Way.
Part 2.
Page 119. Make it bigger, make it smaller. Here are some pictures drawn on a 1 centimeter square grid. Try making the same pictures on a 2 centimeter grid and also on a half centimeter grid. 1 picture is already done. Next to this, we see in the right corner a picture of a car, a diya and a leaf drawn on a 1 centimeter square grid. Next to it, on a half centimeter grid, the same picture has been drawn already for you. Below that, we see a 2 centimeter grid on which diya has already been drawn. Now you are supposed to draw the vehicle and the leaf in both these grids. The side of the square was made 2 times bigger. Does its area also become 2 times bigger? For the teacher.
Enlarging or reducing of pictures and maps can be done on the classroom floor, the mud ground, etc. This should be related to the use of scale in maps, which keeps the shape the same.
Page 120. Now try this. This is a part of the parade route map 3. To the right side of the question, we can see a part of the map 3 on a 1 centimeter grid. Below that, there is a 2 centimeter grid which is blank. Question. 1. Can you observe and tell which part of the route map it is? 2. Now try to make it bigger in this 2 centimeters grid. Remember that the shape of the map should not change. 3. If the parade route map is smaller and the distance between India Gate and Vijay Chowk becomes 2 centimeters, what would be its scale? 1 centimeter on map is equal to 1 kilometer on ground. Half centimeter on map is equal to 1 kilometer on ground. 2 centimeters on map is equal to 1 kilometer on ground. Dancers from different states. The children saw many floats, that is, jhankis, and dancers in the parade. A girl is telling, dancers from Karnataka were the best, and she remembers their attire and their glorious dance. A boy is telling us, I liked the Tripura dance. From Tripura and Sikkim they have to travel far, but Haryana and Uttarakhand are closer to Delhi, and he is remembering the Tripura dances. Another girl is observing and telling us, all these people have to travel so much to come to Delhi. Page 121. Observe the map of India given here and find the states these children are talking about. Answer the questions. Below this is Map 5, the map of India. All the 4 directions are marked. The country with all its states and their capital cities is marked, and we also see the Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, etc. as the water bodies surrounding the great nation. 1. The Karnataka team starts from Bangalore and moves in the north direction. Which states does it cross to reach Delhi? For the teacher. As the children are being introduced to directions for the first time, many activities need to be done to use terms like towards north, southwards, in the east direction, to the west of Madhya Pradesh, etc. One can draw maps on the floor and get children themselves to stand on the map and say things like, Venkat is to the south of Shanti, Maharashtra is to the east of Gujarat, etc. Page 122. 2. Jammu and Kashmir is to the north of Delhi, so the team from there travels towards south to reach Delhi. Which states does it cross? 3. Nonu lives in Gujarat. Nonu's friend Javed lives in West Bengal. Nonu wants to visit his friend. In which direction will he travel? A. Towards west. B. Towards east. C. Towards south. Or D. Towards north. 4. Is there any state which is to the north of Jammu and Kashmir? 5. Is there any state which is to the west of Gujarat? 6. If 1 centimeter on the map shows 200 kilometers on the ground, use this scale to find out A. About how far is Delhi from Jaipur? Option A, 50 kilometers. Option B, 500 kilometers. Or option C, 250 kilometers. B. Estimate how far is Jaipur from Bhopal. On the map is equal to dash centimeters. On the ground is equal to dash kilometers. 7. Look at the map and tell A. Which state is surrounded by 4 other states? B. Which state has the largest area? If its name is not in the map, find it from your teacher or parents. Explain how you got your answer. C. Which state is about 8 times bigger in area than Sikkim? Uttar Pradesh, Tripura, Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh. D. About how many times of Punjab is the area of Rajasthan? Page 123. The sea. Bala is standing on the sea coast and looking at the vast sea. The sea looks endless. Just below the text, there is a picture of Bala standing on the sea coast looking towards the sea. Have you seen the sea? In the picture, where is the sea? Now look for the sea in the map of India. What color is used to show the sea? Mark those states which have the sea on one side. Name one state which does not have the sea on any side. Find out. Look for different maps. Compare the different scales used in a local area map, a map of India, and a world map, etc. Lines between the states. Sabu is confused about the lines shown between the states. He's asking a girl, I travelled from Delhi to Haryana, but I never saw any lines on the ground. How do we see them on the map? The girl replies, No, there are no lines painted on the ground. The map shows us where one state ends and the next begins. To which Sabu replies, Oh yes, we paid the toll tax at the border. I saw a big board saying, Welcome to Haryana. Page 124. Distances between towns. On the right side, observe Map 6. The scale of the map is 1 centimeter on the paper is equal to 10 kilometers. We have many places connected through different lines and curves. The places are marked in yellow dots. These are 5 towns. Find out 1. How many centimeters away is Idlipur from Barfinagar on the map? 2. How many kilometers will you have to travel if you go from Idlipur to Barfinagar? 3. There is a place called Thukpagram midway between Idlipur and Barfinagar. Mark it with a T. 4. A town called Jalebipur is 35 kilometers away from both Chola Ghat and Dhoklabad. Where do you think it can be? Mark J for it. 5. Measure the length of the route between Bhelpur and Chola Ghat. You can use a thread. Ashi's School. Ashi's School looks like this from the top. We have a picture titled Map 7 which shows Ashi's School as seen from the top. The scale of the map is 2 centimeters is equal to 5 meters. We see the important places in school like office, main gate, hall, playground, assembly ground, garden, etc. and of course the classrooms. Use the squares to find out. Page 125. 1. How many times bigger is the area of the assembly ground than that of the office? 2. How much is the length and width of each classroom? A. Length 5 meters and width 4 meters. B. Length 2 meters, width 1 meter. C. Length 12 meters, width 10 meter. Or D. Length 5 meter, width 5 meter. 3. All the classrooms in Ashi's school look like this. Below this is given Map 8, which represent a classroom in Ashi's school. We can see blackboard, display board opposite it, the windows and the doors clearly marked, the almirah in one corner, notice board on the opposite wall, and of course all the benches neatly placed, along with teacher's bench. Observe carefully and answer. A. Which of these is exactly opposite to the blackboard? Almirah, windows, notice board, display board. B. Now observe the school map again. Guess and mark where would these be? Blackboard in 3rd A and 7th. Almirah in 5th and 10th. Notice board in 5th and 6th B. Last seat of middle row in 2nd. Display board in 1st. C. Can a child sitting in 3rd A see the playground? The chapter 8. Mapping Your Way.